Yeah, get you some of the sunset we have at the moment. Sun's, yeah, over there somewhere, but it's already behind the one hill and behind the neighbor's trees. Had a couple cows over here visiting me, but they wandered off. Air's cooled enough that it's a little clearer. You can see the ridge over there better. I kind of figured that travel would be up here on the flat by now. But it would seem when I moved that one, you know, these valves, they're just a Acme screw with a cap on top. Once they're broke loose, they move fairly freely. It would seem when I shut the pump off, and of course, you know, half the water went that way, out the sprinkler, and some of it was still coming off the hose over there. But it all runs back toward the pump. And you get that valve vibrating in there like this, and it apparently screwed itself shut. It's only open half a turn. It's open a full half turn right now, and everything's working. It wasn't a full half turn before I did it. I started to open it, and I went, So I closed it. Yeah, after I started opening, it was maybe 3/8 of a turn before I closed it. It was shooting almost to the creek bank. Now it's shooting across it. It don't hurt nothing. And on this other side, see if I can blow it up and stick my finger in it. It was shooting to tip of my finger down there, which is still on the road going through there, just barely. Now it's shooting. Come on, where is it? Now it's shooting over to that ditch we got cut out. And it's moving. And I don't like the sounds of that either. That's the turbine bearings. I guess we'll find out how much the pain in the butt this one is to change. It's probably worse. It looks more like a water pump. So, but we'll find out. It may not be that bad. I don't know. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. It's moving, and I'm not gonna hand crank that sucker in. Yeah, especially pulling that hill. No matter what you do, the hose is full of water, so it's heavy. But anyway, and Hawk's up there squawking. So, yeah, we'll see what morning brings. They are scattered clear across the whole field. That one's in about where it belongs. They haven't gone to the barn since they came out here. How do I know for sure? Because I laid a trap down there for them. Down there where the traveler is all wet and it's all muddy, and the only tracks are four-wheeler tracks. And those are from me. I don't think we're going to see much of a sunrise this morning. And yeah, a little thing when you come up at night and do something and maybe you weren't thinking, I don't know. It's not like it's been a good week for thinking about stuff. That's where I hooked that wire so that fence is not hot so I can climb through it. Yeah, that's where it still is, which is fine. That means I can go climb through it without giving myself a jolt. Turn this one back on. I left it sped up a little bit because I did that trying to get it to move yesterday because I didn't think, oh, duh, the valve was closed a little bit. But yeah, look, see? Ooh. And one reason for going this way and not the other way is I only got to cross through once. The other way, that bottom wire is hot. It's just not hooked up over here. So anyway, give this thing about a half a turn, maybe a little more. Watch that one, make sure it doesn't get any less. And look down there and make sure that one's going roughly how it needs to be. So, that's what I'm going to do. Almost seems like the flapper's stroking a little short, but it's working. I noticed that before I even came up here because I can hear it up at the trailer. But, something else I was going to show you is kind of at the base. It's on the other side now, but you know, about where the flapper connects, or just below that on the pipe going out on an angle that way. There's a fitting on the side of that. You can see there's kind of a little extra spray comes down. Yeah, it's got shit in it, plugged up. I don't happen to have a piece of wire on me that'll fit in there. I usually end up using my one of the little screwdrivers on my Leatherman will do it, but a piece of wire is best. But here's what I stopped to turn this on for. We don't know what's going on. There's my finger over there. That's our line fence. And then you can see where all the brace posts are. Just this side of that is another property line that runs east to west. Our line's north and south. And the other thing is there's a deer in the middle of the screen. And there's another one, I can't see it on the camera, but there's another one in there right where all those brace posts are. They're on the other people's property. Last spring, all of a sudden there was ribbons tied to the fence, and there were some stakes and ribbons out there. God knows what's going on, right? The other night, when I was up here, and the hose kept coming undone, and I was doing my flood irrigating right over there, that day we could hear something going on out there. They were cleaning stuff up, which they've kind of been doing off and on the last month or so, 2 months maybe. They actually got to look decent from over here. They were smart and getting some stuff knocked down while it was cool out. There was dry grass over there, 3-4 foot tall, you know, been dried up all summer. The only green over there was blackberries, which happens to be where the deer's walking through. Then you come over here, and until, 8 years ago, that was always in timber on the other side of the fence. And, they wiped out our fence, which we just replaced. And, kind of our mistake on part of it, we moved the fence in a couple spots, literally a month before they logged. There was damn near a truckload of logs coming out of there that was actually on our property. Hell, a lot of them were still on our side of the fence, but you know, when you come to a tree and it's in the way, you go around it. Anyway, that's one of those that I wish Dad would have done what I said. Called state forestry. You cut somebody else's trees and take them to sell them, and that's, they call it, you paid back 3 times the worth of the stumpage, so 3 times the worth of the logs stolen. And the guy that owns that now got it from his grandfather. His grandfather was kind of a shyster, but you can at least deal with him. Now, grandson, I'm not going to say what he is. He happened to be out here one day, and we were up here working on a fence, and said something to him about, you owe us for a fence. And we got, fuck you, it's not my fence. Oh, outfits you hired tore it out. So yeah, that fence got redone twice within 2 months, 3 months, maybe longer, I don't know. But since then, that's all been solid blackberries, tansy, thistle, you name it, it's out there. They don't give a shit. But he wants to split that up. There's 10 acres, and they've got it split up in 3 tax lots so they can build houses. In the meantime, pretty much everything all the way around us is no smaller than AF10, which means it's agriculture on forestry 10. Yeah. He changed it. That's too much babbling for the day. May not get you nothing till we bring Becky home if we get to do that. I don't know. Warmer this morning, but it feels colder. It's 52 this morning, but dang, it feels like that 42 we had yesterday. That would be Boomer's boy. He's on a list for a market steer project, as well as 111J, who He's one that comes up to me when I'm going to feed him. But I stopped because why? You know, Brent's going to want to see that butt right there. I don't think I have to say who that is. She's just got to be coy and walk away. Took a while, but looky there, the sun did come out. And by the looks of it, it's probably going to look like that pretty much all day. And it sounds like we're supposed to be smokier today than we were yesterday, so it probably will be. Yeah, anywho. I kind of thought they were coming in. A couple of them were in the top of the lane, but I think they're afraid of the sprinkler. I don't know. 'Tis what it is. If they get thirsty, they'll make their way past it. They won't come past it. The one did. She was down here almost to the bridge and then went back up with the rest. Crazy. It just keeps getting closer to them. It keeps pushing them back up the hill. We just give the heifer the bale, and now we're going to give Dino a group of bales. They think they're starving. They're not. They still got quite a bit of grass. I think maybe tomorrow we'll put them back up in the hayfield. And there was just two grass thieves went across the other hayfield since all the cows are crammed in the corner by the traveler. I think that's funny. It'll be in a little bit. They'll have to figure their way around it. They may wait till we shut it off. Who knows? But anyway. And I know it's already a long video. And the orb is colored. Throwing a little of that filtered light. Look who's in Ty's car.
Woohoo! Going home.
Just loaded her up. We're just sneaking our way back out of here.
God, I never saw the sun again this morning.
So, she's a happy camper at the moment.
Oh, I can go the other way. Screw that.
Ty don't know which way she can go. She's never been in this entrance to the hospital. And if we look behind me, there's a Cassie. She had offered to come help over the weekend since Becky has been out of commission. So we got a bunch of straw moved to the back barn. Cassie made sets I could pick up with the squeeze and Ty stacked, and worked out pretty good. So anyway, we're gonna take her home now. Just a little photo smoky. Not too bad, but bad enough. Can't see very far. Dino decided he'd come up here and get him a drink. Ty just finished feeding. And she's going to take Cassie home, then go home. Hopefully she can get there, because there's a car fire out at Buxton, and Jackson Bottom had a car fire. Kind of weird, but anyway. So we hit, it's a little over 90 degrees. Not too bad, I guess. Becky finally went in and took a shower. Came back in and says, I don't mean to be rude, but everybody out. So that's why they're getting ready to leave. I don't know. She didn't tell me not to get out, so I got out, Come home, be grumpy. I'll get out of the way. No, she ain't being grumpy. She just, just got back, wants to not have a house full of people. But anyway, thought I'd show you Dino was in here. Kind of chilling by himself down there. He was standing down there looking this way when I walked over. So, thank you all for your well wishes for Becky. She ain't out of this yet. She's still got a ways to go, but at least she's home. And thank you all for the birthday wishes for her. Shitty time to be sick and be in the hospital for your birthday, but I guarantee she's not the only one that happens to. And we really didn't get squat done today. Big Traveler's not even in yet, and I kind of thought it would have been in by now, but I guess that's a little longer run than I thought. Especially where I didn't get it going until as late as I did when I got it moved yesterday. So, anyway, fun times coming up. Figure out what Becky can and can't eat. There's a long list of don'ts right now. Later, that list will be shorter. And hopefully, given a little time, everything will be back to normal. So, hope you all had a great Sunday. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody's Monday treats them well.